1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And back again we are. After our defeated the Norscan armies.
Praise Sigmar.
And Valten will join the Emperor.
I am Prince and
I'm not
Emperor.
absolutely sure that that's a good idea, and we don't have any money. Which is also not a good idea.
Who calls? I will marshal
This is
the
working
men.
out not very well, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. And we're going to end the round. Hopefully Elspeth will not take the chance and, yeah, do something that I don't like. We'll see. Negotiated. A Hans Marshall's expedition. Oh boy, Ray of course.
Greetings from Sigmar.
Honorable Rob, we have received your urgent call for aid, yet the Empire cannot spare. Armed forces. We are in grave peril. A dragon lady? No. Certainly not. I apologize for the inconvenience to travel to Altdorf, my dwarven friend, but we will, of course, help you later. Hopefully. So, we need money. So, yes, we're going for respected elector count. This sounds very good. Less upkeep for lords and heroes, and we have no vessels, but that's not that important. Okay, so Kurt Helborg, you're going to improve Franz's army. And
By the comet.
Eldrit's Guard.
What?
We don't
Yes,
really have
my
a
lord.
choice here. We are going to upgrade
Praise Sigmar.
them
I
into Eldritch
command
Guards.
The nation calls.
And Gandalf needs special attention. Oh boy, yes, please cool down.
What does the Emperor bid?
Okay,
By the comet.
so Valten. Oh boy, he will train. Awesome presence. Valten is not an officer, not a military one. He does not give rousing speeches or offer rewards to fighters around him, nor does he yell orders or threats in battle. Instead, others are inspired by his awesome presence and fight even harder as they see Valten strike down foe after foe. Speed, leadership, and immune to psychology. And Shaya's blessing. What? No, we didn't defeat anyone. I didn't
To the
see that, did you?
provinces.
No.
What does the Emperor bid?
And Valten at night, in front of the gates of Altdorf, received a warning, a sign, a token of Sigmar's will that he had to return to Grunburg at once to sabotage Elspeth's advancing
To strengthen
forces,
the Empire.
to ensure that the
Yes, my
Empire's
lord.
forces would successfully... Oh boy, this is working out very well. Well done, my... Okay, this... Well, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not complaining too much. So, this is working quite well.
Now? Yes.
We won't have any
Bring
money
me to
to
my men.
spare. I'm afraid, Red Swords, you
I
will
will marshal the
have to
men.
go.
How can I assist you?
Ah, Kerillian. A lady, so 44%. Can she die? Does she have absolute immunity to death? Doesn't seem so. She can die. So, is she immortal? Resilience, terror, stalk. No. Okay, she's not immortal and we can't make her immortal. Kerillian decided to sabotage Nuln in order to weaken Elspeth's grip on this imperial capital. It's 88%. What? Yes, ridiculous. 88% and you failed. I thought elves were... yeah, useless. Absolutely useless. Well, we could go for paved roads, but we're not going to.
Summon
Okay.
the Elector counts.
And whilst Franz assembled a new host, Elspeth's forces still marched on Grunberg. From the western side, a new Bretonnian army approached. They
Welcome, friends. What do the men of the Hammer require this
do
day?
not have military access rights. This is ridiculous. The AI doesn't give a shit. Creative Assembly, seriously. If I trap on... There are no diplomatic big
Protector
questions. This is-
of the realm.
the AI just... yeah, okay. A vast Bretonnian army appeared on the western front of the Empire. Their intentions yet were unclear. Would they aid our heroes in defense against Elspeth? Or they would invade the whole Empire and take Ireland?
Lord of Bretonnia.
I hope not. It seems that this Dylan...
Be at peace, for that
Okay.
is all I ever want.
Oh yes, please. You toast level 2. Yes. We need all the allies. Oh yes, the Bretonnian army left the Empire. When they heard of a dragon, they quickly squatted away. Midland has come under attack of Skaven. We need to hire mercenaries. And we will oh god, they have rattling guns. This could work though. A vast Skaven army attacked the northern fronts of the Empire. Quickly send out reinforcement troops by Kyle. Reached an already ongoing battle at Wrecker's Point. The clever Imperial commander ensured that the Skaven would be at a disadvantage, for in their backs, unseen, the Empire's reinforcements appeared. Whilst their numbers were not huge, they were led by a mighty Arch-Lector, and together his brave Empire knights, he marched forth to destroy the Skaven.
Detachment formations!
They broke that charge for reasons unknown. It could be a strategical master move.
Spread out!
A diversion action, indeed. Now they are marching. No. What is the AI doing here? I mean, just take the cavalry and just... Oh boy. Between the hills, green light appeared. Skavenish devilry. A mighty rattling gun. In force. No, brave heroes, ignore the rattling guns. This is the most stupid thing that you can do. Oh, please, AI, attack rattling guns. Oh boy. This is usually why you don't anti-cheese. As you can see, rattling guns are really fond of cavalrymen. What is the AI doing here? Will you at least please charge into these people? Charge!
Stop!
Oh, come on. I can't watch this. The Empire Reinforcement Army was killed quickly. Yet the full host of the Empire's forces stood strong against the Skavens. And with the help of a lot of not artillery, ranged units. What are you doing? Would you please just... The thing is, seriously, the AI played so bad, they do not deserve to win. Which AI? Seriously.
I'll die on this field! Good!
This shouldn't happen. I mean, you can't make the AI too powerful. You can't make them a cheese god. Like, I don't know, the Google AI fighting in StarCraft, killing Grandmasters because it can see the entire map and move 40,000 things in 1 second. That's ridiculous. They also nerfed that. But at least if the cavalry has clear sight and there is nothing that stands between them and ranged units, why wouldn't they approach ranged units in full march and crush them? 777.
Yes, my lord.
And Valten continued to sabotage
To
Elspeth's
strengthen the Empire.
army. Being successful as he is, a true chosen of SIGMARS, or Rebirth, coming Rebirth, whatever. Yes, we did assassination.
Can I offer assistance?
Kerillian still assaulted Nuln,
Proud daughter of Athel Long.
successfully sabotaging, and Elspeth heard of her sabotaging actions. Tiranoki elves much prefer to do battle from chariots. On the rare occasion one plants a shield in the turf, it's sure shine that she intends not to give an inch of ground. Okay.
Praise Sigmar.
So
Summon the Elector Counts.
Karl is ready.
Onwards! Yes, my lord.
Eldred, fourth fiddler. Still needs some special attention. He wants to go on a warhorse and he's a specialist. Yes.
The nation calls. Onwards! I command here.
Can't really do that.
Highball.
What does the Emperor bid?
Can he assault units? No, he can hinder replenishment. This isn't that bad.
By the comet.
Not yet. No. No. Oh, we need the money. Okay, no.
So,
In a forced night march, Franz's army quickly went for Grunburg and arrived there. Right outside the grip of Elspeth, who on a Pegazi. Where is the dragon? This is getting ridiculous.
yes.
I mean, we should be able to kill her. I hope this works out and we're not sacrificing Kurt Helbrock. Shouldn't. She shouldn't have lightning strike. If she has, we are going to crush her either way. So, the Bretonnian force is gone. Because a host of beastmen stood before the walls of Couronne, Taurax, the brass bull, a mighty Minotaur lord, sprung out from the depth of chaos himself, itself, what self. A pity. Truly a pity. Elspeth. Again. A new Norscan army approached Altdorf. Obviously they waited for Franz to disappear. The sword of Khaine has been claimed by another. Doom stalks the world once more, unless you can wrest it from them. Oh boy.
To the provinces. Yes, my lord.
Yeah. We shouldn't allow them.
The Empire.
64.
I do not agree.
88.
It is
yes.
for the best.
Okay, successful. Valten finally received the chance to mount a barded warhorse. Oh, he's getting big buffs. Very nice. Assault units, yes.
How can I assist you?
Kerillian once again, now already inside the gates of Nuln,
Lady
assaulted
of
the
the Blade,
garrison
at your
with a
service.
poisonous attack at night. Absolutely unworthy of an elf. Oh yes, please. For she is a servant of the Everqueen. That does make sense. The handmaidens are not mere courtiers and attendants, but warriors whose duty is to serve and protect the life of their mistress. Okay.
The nation calls. Yes.
So we should attack right now when they are
Bring me
weakened.
to my men.
Yes, we will.
Now.
And Franz marched forth to
Attack!
besiege.
Raise your weapons.
Are they weakened in any way? Oh yeah, oh yes.
Men,
To
we must attack.
besiege Nuln. For it
What
was
does the
very
Emperor
weakened.
bid?
Oh, seems that Karasakarak is again in the hands of the Davi, for I can recruit in one. What? Silver Road is safe, Kislev is safe. Mysterious Beverage. Strange Observatory, Pray and Fight, Skaven exist. Friends with Kislev. Okay. There is no mention of the dwarves anymore. Oh god, we don't have money. Okay, this is problematic.
We march. Yes, a sound plan.
Okay.
It is for the best.
Kurt Helborg knew of the Empire's dire treasury situation, and without the Emperor's knowledge, he sent out some forces to raid and pillage Victory's villages nearby. Franz, of course, did not know of such atrocities against innocent people, yet Kurt Helborg truly believed it was necessary to sustain the war, to sustain the Emperor, to sustain the Empire, to ensure the survival and the victory of mankind's greatest nation. And in such dark times, in such dire needs, he believed that his action was truly justified. Oh boy. Traders appeared from far, far away, giving tales of epic battles between dwarves and orcs afar. And quickly a messenger approached Karl Franz, for Clan Grinsagas was about to invade the Big Waaagh. This does not sound very good. Of course, Franz could not tell an ally no, so he declared war on a faction that is so far away. It's attacked by the French toasts. Whilst Helmgard was quickly approached by Cassian the Paravon once again, who once again attacked his good neighbors once again. This time we will crush him. For Helmgard was reinforced also against the creatures of flying. For we now have musketeers and they will be quickly
Ready to fire.
able to kill them.
Halberdiers.
Yeah.
Ready for war. Halberdiers.
The AI in full control
Mortar. Don't miss fire.
would hopefully not fuck this up. Bretonnian forces approached the gates of Helmut, and our brave heroes were speeded up by Sigmar in... No, it's not 6 times. In double time. Why are cavalry able to attack a gate? This is beyond ridiculous. What the f... AI, what is your plan? Is there any plan to this? Okay, you abandoned the towers. Why would you abandon the tower? This is... Okay, boys. For mental stability, health, insurances, we will not grant the entire AI the units in siege battles again. Because this is why would you abandon this tower? I mean, it's oh my.
Crossbow ready,
Could you
General!
please shoot at the people in front of you? What is your plan? What are they doing? Jesse?
We are SIGMARS!
No. What are they shooting in? We are not sending the musketeers in close melee combat. Are you fuck? We're not going to say that word. Okay, so you can have the mortars, the rest certainly not. What? Hello. Hello. You have 3 units under control. These are mine. Thank you. So we're going to give them here, here, here. And could you please man this wall? And could you please stop getting shot? Yeah. What are you doing? Unbelievable. And why would you attack mounts with swordsmen? We have halberdiers. This is also something that I do not understand the AI. Who programmed the AI? The AI has time to move halberdiers. They have clearly a bonus. The AI believes that it is of any good idea that we should attack the people in front of our gates. And these are obviously cavalry. So why would the AI send swordsmen when we have halberdiers that are doing nothing? Who programmed this AI? I mean, who would program the AI if cavalrymen need to be attacked? Take swordsmen. Why would you program this? This if clause is beyond ridiculous. Yes. And the forces of Paravon were quickly, well, destroyed. The Emperor quickly heard of this latest atrocity, and his anger began to fuel again. Even though he was assured in his heart of the dire situation in front of the gates of Altdorf, that humanity had to stand together, he quickly realized that you could not include a Bretonnian Toast into this logic. For these...
Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
Yes, please. Grail. Suck a zip. Would not understand the needs of good... ready. Okay. So we're going to do
Men,
trick
war
17.
calls! Sigmar
Break
compels us
siege.
on. I will marshal the bed.
And
By
assault
Sigmar's
you.
right.
Of course you failed.
How can I assist you? Can I offer assistance?
Yes, very good, my elvish assassin. You are, of course, unbreakable, for you are of elvish valor, and you are a guardian, sworn to protect everything that Ashur hold dear. Very well done. Oh no, you're not going to regenerate.
Does the Emperor bid?
Raise
Look
your
at that.
weapons!
Very
Attack!
well.
It is time.
Raise Sigmar!
The Norscan armies in front of the gates of Valten wasn't an army, it was just a fact of a few female warriors and one giant. Obviously, they came to surrender. Unsure what they would want. Altdorf's defenses were raised anyway. Does this make sense? We don't have money. No.
Praise Sigmar.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Men, I will fight with you!
We have 8 and 4 heroes. No,
Yes, my
not going
lord.
to do that.
No peace, just war!
Yes, yes. And quickly this round was ended. Yes, goodbye. Nuln, once again approached by the forces of the Empire.
Greetings from Sigmar.
And whilst Franz prepared a declaration of all Wissenland supporters to be named traitors to the Empire, he was approached by a Bretonnian duke called Adalhard de Bordelot, and he was offered gold and an alliance because he realized that only one Bretonnian was a toast. In fact, he quickly rallied his thoughts and accepted the offer. In these turmoil and dark times, the vampires felt the weakness of the Empire, whilst the Norscan invaders pillaged, killed. The vampires marched forth into the Empire. Civil War. Tabakland and Hochland. This war will be stopped at once.
Yes.
Oh boy. Chilean sailors have been returning home from Kemmery with riches so vast two have already become a border princes. Tales of this wealth spread quickly and a large force of prospecting dwarves have emerged from the underway. These dwarves, though uncorrupted by chaos, have instead been corrupted by the terrible greed that dominates their thoughts and dreams alike, and are totally unwilling to share anything with the Chileans, who see the treasures as theirs by right of discovery. This sounds
Ulrich's
awfully
will!
familiar. It does. Valten once again tried to
To
sabotage
strengthen the
Elspeth's
Empire!
forces and failed. Seriously? Instead,
Lady of the Glade, at your service. These are dark
our
times.
elvish assassin once again successfully obliterated Elspeth's
I
forces.
command here!
This is working out
Bring
very
me to
well.
my men!
Hunt? No. Okay, Hans, no. Could he maybe? No, he can only hinder. No, okay. Marcos? No, okay.
I will marshal the men.
Quickly,
Fight for our nation!
the siege was continued. And we're going to end this
Men,
because this
we
is
must attack.
cheesing beyond comprehension. But we almost got anti-cheese in Helmgard. And this campaign is
To the
ultimately a
provinces.
bit... Court Helbok still sent men out to pillage the remaining villages. Yes.
Ready.
Da, 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 da. We cannot trade. We could, of course, now build 3 or 4 siege towers and then attack Nuln. That's what we are going to do. The forces of Elspeth are weakened, so we're going to take a shot on that. An epic battle. Fields of war.
Into battle.
The history of destiny of Wissenland would be decided. Filled with the blood of a deer, a brave Genevieve learned of a skill to create a decoy. Useful to block spawn the decoy. This sounds interesting.
What? The nation calls.
Gandalf decided to join
Great
Helmut,
treasures, come to me.
whilst
does the
Valten
Emperor
finally joined the Emperor's army.
It is for the best.
Spiritual leader of the Empire now, finally.
What does the Emperor bid?
Ulrich's will. Attack!
Oh, it's working out very well.
No peace, just war.
Okay, so we just have to wait for a few towers. Altdorf. Well, we have no money to spare. I apologize. The treasury cannot bear any expenses. The forces remained from the mighty Norscan host left. We can't do that. Altdorf surrounding, marching east to Adalhard to Marienburg. It is on raiding of this. God.
Yes, my lord.
Kurt Helbok quickly realized that he needed to get a quartermaster to lower upkeep, so he went for a leader of renown, yes.
Raise your weapons. Fight for our nation.
No, one siege tower is not.
To war.
But we do need to kill this one.
Proud
Goodbye.
daughter of
Very
Athel
well
Lord.
done. Kerillian realized that her assassination native actions could not be accepted in the way of a handmaiden, so she, in meditation, became a shade. For Kerillian's dreams were jumbled cacophony, and one of the most lucid visions spoke of an ancestor who bore the exiled blood of Couronne. The dream did not emphasize the future, but here and now. Through the mists of memory, A cruel voice spoke, urging her to reclaim the mantle of her forebear. And she became a shade. And she became fleet-footed. No, she got the what? No. She still donned a few plates of armor to protect her in these dark times. Okay.
Praise Sigmar. Go if you are.
Men, war calls!
Last preparations were about to be made. The Emperor prepared for battle. And Nuln's will would soon be crushed. For Elspeth, actions needed correction. Elspeth, I should read this. Okay. Yes. And the Emperor decided to help the Kingdom of Bretonnia against
Anything
the
is
forces
possible.
of darkness. Yes. We did not anger the gods. This was a diversion of fake god. He's still raiding now. The technological marvels of Alto quickly approached a new level of grain silos. For without this, the winter's chill would always claim the next meal. Ludwig Schwarzhelm. Oh boy. Ludwig Schwarzhelm.
Let us forge our faith.
We covered from his wounds.
Yes, son of Sigmar.
This is
Onwards.
absolutely
Yes, General. March!
a visum ahai.
Men,
Yes.
I will fight with you.
Yes.
Into battle.
We're not going to fight this battle without them.
What do you require?
Our elven assassin became even full plated in armor. Plated. And Kurt Hans Zindler. Oh, Hans Zindler, he is of great importance. And he needs armor as well. Very well.
How can I assist you?
You are not welcome in my court, yet here you are. Friend or foe, we will see.
An orc tribe. Was beyond intellect. The messenger was quickly decapitated. The Emperor didn't even hear a single word out of his foul mouth. For what could an orc possibly want from the Empire? Nothing, of course. Nothing. Oh boy. Not bad.
Cleanse the Empire.
And when Luthor Hus
Men, we must attack.
joined the Emperor, How are we going to do that?
Raise your weapons! Moving off!
Let us forge
And
our
when
fate.
Luthor Hus joined the
time to
Emperor once
heal.
again,
Direct me.
alongside his good friend
Get
Ludwig
training
Schwarzhelm,
to the
Franz
provinces.
realized that this
Absolutely not.
was the time for
No
it.
peace, just war.
A battle of Nuln would begin.
Attack!
Oh boy. Could just wait 2 more rounds and then outstaff them. The
Ulrich's
preparations were made. But because Franz,
I go forth.
yes, you will say yes, thank you, wanted
Into
to
battle.
see for himself if Luthor and Ludwig were truly healthy, he took time and sent a doctor to inspect their physical health. What the? This, of course, took time. And the preparations for the grand assault on Nuln advanced even more. Why are we? What the?
Fight for our nation!
Ludwig Schwarzhelm saw the darkness within Ostland, the approaching vampire forces. And he remembered the battle against the Doombull Rakaram. And he said, "You have come too soon, beast of chaos. This blade has drunk deep of your kin's blood before. It will do so again. You know its power. Look on it, horror of the void, and no despair." Yes, very well. Martin Gruber found a bottomless quiver, and he became a veteran of the longbow. For Raya and Tar guided his steps. And of course, he has the Hammer of Sigmar, he's a beast. We're trying to talk about this.
To war! War calls!
Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. Adalhard's forces marched out against invading raiders and the Skellig, which soon faced annihilation. What our brave heroes did not know is that these Skellig were copies of creatures of darkness, werewolves, that needed to feast on the flesh of men. For the sunlight would not protect
Battle ready!
our mighty forces this time. Why is this in Breton? Jovi von Liebwitz. Ah, okay, so the Bretonnian is leading this.
Outriders!
This time we will take the perspective of these brave outriders. Why is the Bretonnian leading our fort? Gunpowder fill the air. The invading Skellig forces saw their annihilation. The mortars filled the sky.
Form new formation!
These are Bretonnian forces as well. The werewolves were quickly charged by the mighty Knights of the Realm. What the?
Bring them to the lady's mercy!
Even though these brave Knights of the Realm were powerful warriors, they were no foes against the werewolf forces and these dark creatures cutting down our brave heroes. Didn't they have two werewolf forces? Or are these both? Oh, these are both. Ah, that's why we're losing. Okay.
Halberdiers!
And our Bretonnian friends flee the field of battle. Aren't you knights supposed to stay and die? The werewolf forces cut through our brave heroes with no end in sight. Oh. Well, we didn't see that.
Rip their hearts out! Outriders!
Would you
For
care to
France!
attack the skin wolves, please? And no more magics. Our brave Empire Captain and Jovi von Liebwitz quickly approached werewolves and on the
For
horizon.
king!
Okay. Jumping into our brave hero.
Victory is
Could you
assured!
please shut down? Yes, shoot them down. Are we
My
seriously
blade is
almost
yours.
losing a battle against 5 phantoms? So what we can take from this battle is that if you do not control them werewolves, they are ridiculously overpowered. I mean, they destroyed almost our whole army. The Bretonnian Knights saw that the enemies were fleeing and quickly decided that their own route was in fact a ruse to claim kills in the end. This is called KS. It's kill stealing, but we're not going to. And Fellman Krakenbite's forces were defeated with extremely heavy losses. They killed more than they... What? That... Oh boy. As it seems, the Bretonnian captain's idea of defending Adalhard in front of the walls was indeed an idiotic idea. Of course, we already knew that. He's after all Bretonnian. As we know, they are traitors. Why did he... Oh.
Madness! No!
Oh boy.
Men, war calls!
A grand battle. Approached. The Empire's forces were closing in on Nuln. This fortress city this epic place, this grand municipality of cannons, consisted of 2 walls. Come on, creative assembly, come on.
The siege weapons are ready, my lord. Deploy them against the enemy so we can see them in action.
I really love Warhammer. There's so much good. I mean, seriously, you're giving us this city? You're giving us this? And this is what we can play? Is this a sort of joke that I am, as a modder, am too open-minded to understand? I mean, what is this? So lazy, there even... You could just cut down this wall, and then you could even here and here and here and go there, and you could even go there and there always. Why? It's just a battle. This is ridiculous. His sieges are so bad. There are some maps not made by Creative Assembly, made by modders that are awesome. This is this is a joke. Well,
Ready to fire!
unbelievable.
For Heldenhammer!
Reichsguard!
Unbelievable.
Handgunners! What do you bid? Yes, sir!
The Empire's forces marched
Soldiers of the Empire!
against the mighty fortress of Nuln, its glorious grand walls, its titanic cannons shoot down our heroes. What is this? Disappeared? Hello? Yeah?
Keeping distance, sir!
Okay. What are these cannonballs? The mighty mortars of Nuln were sabotaged by our elvish assassins, so our brave heroes, oh boy, could approach the walls of Nuln unscathed. And our mighty siege towers. I mean, what's really ridiculous, what is bothering me from the beginning, the siege towers in Warhammer are ridiculous. We had awesome siege towers with actually working ladders. I mean, people walked there. This is lazy. You don't see, no one is pushing this. Where are the people? Why is this thing going? There is no motor, no engine. This is lazy. This is lazy. There is no cannon here, or no artillery, no ballista. We already had moving artillery, shooting artillery in Rome 2 on siege towers. Why was this removed? I don't understand. Why? In your bloody mind would you ever remove a well-made feature? Are there people in the meeting that say, oh, people like this, this is intelligent, we don't like this, we don't like people, we're going to take this away from them? Why would they do this, Creative Assembly? Why take a feature that is awesome? I mean, this is just lazy. They are just teleporting. What? Oh boy. And our vampire lady decided to sacrifice all of our troops. Our mighty forces approached the gates.
Fighting combat!
Crushed. Oh, they opened the walls for them. Okay. Damage 50%. And the gates of Nuln were suddenly, mysteriously, magically opened. For they were obviously sabotaged by Nuln traitors who stood loyal. There's so many awesome aspects about Warhammer 2, but siege battles, it's just... I'm taking this with humor. Because I decided not to take it very critically, because it's just ridiculous. And decoy troops spawn. These are decoy troops, aren't they? Yes. Illusionary greatswords, who have actual health. So, they're actually decoy troop. Why would... Please join the battlefield, thank you. Okay. Ah! SIGMARS will came thundering down, and a mighty explosion killed all of Nuln's forces. A crash. The epic crash. And suddenly, our brave heroes stood absolutely victorious. Their eyes did not yet recover from this grand epic explosion. When their eyes recovered, slowly, very slowly, I saw blackness beyond 145 PS. Yes, please. And their continuous belief in the power of the Sieg slowly returned their vision. And in their minds, glorious light shined through the air. A mighty Pegasi, a Balthazar Geld, had come to slay... We don't have undead dragons. Slay the Empire's enemies with his pikemen. And in one swift stroke, the battle was won. The casualties were beyond repair. But Ludwig Schwarzhelm had claimed 146 times more kills than Franz. This day would never be forgotten, and the hero of Sigmar killed 350. What is this? And Sigmar's will was clear. Well, that the chosen prophet, the chosen rebirth heralding dude, would claim the ultimate kill streak. And Elspeth von Draken was captured and Nuln
Praise Sigmar.
And now Nuln was in the control of Karl Franz.
I command here.
And he learned new skills. Skills that would allow him to improve Imperial Special Forces, for Karl Franz has been hailed as an innovative tactician and a valiant general. Only the bravest among the Kriegsguard may fight at his side. For an emperor's journey is never easy. Although Franz walks a path many have trodden before, few, if any, have done so with such perfection and grace. Yes, very well. And our vampire lady, who killed so many of our own troops, decided to be passionate and wild-eyed. Yes, there was only death. And Valten, the chosen, a true regenerator. We didn't read that. This is nothing. Improved his training once more. Okay.
Bring me to my men.
Now,
Well, Nuln is ours. This is working on very well.
Moving
You
off.
have to stop raiding this now.
By SIGMARS
Yes.
right.
Kurt Helbach held the line. He did not flee, for he was not a fool, and he needed to spread public order. Gandalf. He knew how to stand, so he was even more experienced, and he ensured that miscast. There was no miscast.
Go away!
It is time.
Okay.
Ready.
What does the Emperor bid?
So...
I am Prince
Karl
and
Fr-
Emperor.
Maximum number of special units. Come on. Franz was approached by the silver bullets. A group of sharpshooters that maintain fire silver-plated shoots with every volley. But in truth, each of their number is given only a single silver bullet from their foul-mouthed marksmen at arms. Codes are bred upon their induction into the ranks. Just as much a talisman as a weapon, each handgunner would only use his silver bullet if no other option were present. The Man of Breath unit believe that whilst their good luck charms are safe, they too are protected from whatever Sylvania's darkness can throw. For in the east, a grand vampire host approached, claiming even more Empire territory. Oh, this is working out very bad. This is problematic.
Proud daughter of Athel Lauren.
And Kerillian
My
decided
journey
to take a
begins.
look at Dottenbach and assault an
I
innocent
think
garrison
not.
and failed her. Well, she did. So she became an even greater gutter fighter.
To the provinces.
This is
Summon the
getting
Elector
ridiculous.
Counts. So, is it time?
Can
Yes, my lord.
we trick this? If we... Zindler's Reichsguard, oh boy. Ah. Okay, so Zindler's Reichsguard in Zindler's army do not create minus income. Zindler had a host of troops called Zindler's Reichsguard. During the Empire's crusade against Sylvania, the Drug-Wild Riders were gifted a detachment of Karl Franz's Reichsguard, a proud order of warriors who have long and studied history. These were Zindler's Reichsguard, named after their Reichs captain, Hans Zindler. They were considered exceptional even amongst their renowned order, although they were not part of its inner circle. Master of the long-hafted lance, each of these plate-armored knights train extensively in tilt and tournament before committing to the battlefield. It is often bandied about in the Altdorf stables that each member of Zindler's Reichsguard can hit a playing card's ace at full gallop, though their sullen rivals muster that this impressive reputation is as much bought with imperial gold as it is earned on the field of battle. Zindler's Reichsguard are notable for their gaudy plate armor, bearing symbols and designs more commonly associated with the knightly order's elite demigryph knights. They are completely fearless in battle, often acting as a vanguard for imperial armies. Above their peers, they charge down enemy lines with a destructive fury that makes the earth shake. Okay.
The Empire.
So
I
does my
don't agree.
idea work? Can we give Franz white wolves? Yeah, my idea worked very good. Nice. Great sword it is. Ha! We tricked the special points. We can't recruit them directly.
I will
We can
marshal the
trade
men.
them.
Praise Sigmar.
Kurt Helbach prepared his forces to march upon the raiding Norscan forces, invading the innocent lives of the Empire.
At your service.
And that this particular day, after the grand victory of Nuln, after SIGMARS will itself, had shown himself, and Valten had become a glorious killstreaker. This story for this day ended, and I hope that you enjoyed this crashing victory. And we'll see us later, maybe, in another episode of what has Warhammer 2 has to offer us. Obviously, very, very much. Thank you for tuning in, and of course, stay healthy.